Y'all status Bill Hubble. I bought Lennox Mall for my brothers. Sold your bag, told the cutter. I got it out the field, fuck Russell. Going as L'Oreal about the paddock, and going as Jordan, that's dead. Philippe water trying to drown a bitch. It's a habit tricking on a bitch. Shit, I'm thinking I'm clipping a pimp. Shit, I'm cooking up dope like a dump. Shit, like her friends gon' sit nigga trim. Shit, I'm floating them out in the blimp. Shit, it look like I'm swimming in glass. Shit, I turn on my bitch cause she bad. Shit, I'm making my ex nigga mad. Shit, they go for that number for mad. Real nigga learn them, turn the bad. Piping a bitch and they nail like I can. Turn up the shooters with switches go bad. Stay with some scammers, but dogs for pain. Trapping no rapping, my dog, he fall off. No capping, no bound.
What it do, what it do, what it do. I go by the name of BRWE, representing that self-made hustle TV, where the hustle has to be in you, not on you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, man. Self-made hustle. Self-made hustle. Hustle is in you. Hustle is in you. Hustle is in you. Hustle is in you, not on you. Self-made. Self-made hustle. Hustle is in you. Hustle is in you. It's definitely in you and not on you, man. What it do, what it do, what it do. Oh, yeah. Well, don't wait around on me, Jack, because I waiting around on me, you know, I could just hear somebody somewhere on the nigga jock somewhere, man. Hey, perfect song for you.
Get the hell up off my dick. Get the hell up off my dick.
I got the feeling niggas dick riding again. Oh, I got the feeling niggas dick riding again. You niggas love to be on a team. Y'all clicky motherfuckers love to say we never needed nobody but myself. I guess that's why they be dick riding me. Sometimes I can barely breathe. Might have to bring back my mask. The shit is like a disease. Dr. Fauci told y'all 6 feet, so social distance away from my shit, please.
Get the hell up off my dick. Get the hell up off my dick.
I got the feeling niggas dick riding again. Oh, I got the feeling niggas dick riding again.
Yeah, that's the song for the haters, man. Now, we're going to speed it up, though. We'll speed it up a little bit, man. A couple more jams. It's just about people get up there, man. Yeah, man. Stop dick ride, man. Stop that, man. One time for Texas, man. One time for Texas.
OTMG the vet. Riding, watch the swings, I ain't never been a silk. Smoking fruity pebble, getting higher than a blimp. Like Sean Kemp, I dump on a hater. Crocodile sleep in a big navigator. Watching on cable, pumping hard on the Swiss. Hop about the slab, trunk dropping like a missile. Yeah, I'm off the bristle, I'm a ride candy red. Can't stay behind, I'ma always stay ahead. Chasing out the bread, I'ma get it every day. Candy leave the drips, touching where the been late. Never been fake, I'm a hog in the game. B20 flows got me hog in the lane. I'ma call train when you see me come down. Slab so low like it's sitting on the ground. Walking on the ground while I'm chopping on chrome. Gas got me higher than Neil Armstrong. April on my dome, candy dripping out the film. Right through knocking Doja 10, flip through Sims. I'm a winner, man, you know I'm hard to help. I'm a swing the left and then hit cross the down. Drink up in my fountain, pouring right about the box. I can throw swipers on the drop, hell to rock. What's a Colorado? I'ma tip through the state. Dreams in the trunk, got them watching Ricky Lake. Texas on the plate, got it crowded like a Harley. Trying to drop a hit and go, got them like Cardi. I'm with the hardest man in them and me and Scott. Food like that, but I'm shooting like stock. Bentley, I'm a cop. Once I get a meal, trying on swingers, dipping through all deals. What's some Dangerfield, capability this bird. I can go long like Jarrell Hanging hard, knock water out of SeaWorld. Right by Merle, knocking like Arthur Ryder. Screens in the roof, watching on Night Rider. Calling down the boys' lab, looking like a spider. The girl keeps staring, I'ma go on invite her. I hold a title, folks calling me the mouse. Old school flow, but I'm on a new chapter. Falling like a raptor, shooting for a check. Slab so phenomenal, paint job wet. I'ma leave a mess, man, you know I like the bubble. I ain't ride candy if it ain't house color. Cody make me humble, man, your slab ain't ready. It ain't close to mine sprayed by Eddie. Killing like Freddy, man, I'm all in your dream. Candy over silver, got the inside cream. Sipping on lean, got me gnawed against the wheel. 84s rolling like they gone on the pill. I'ma pop a seal, watch me pull up an 8. Fucking JD, my kid folks in the 8. Yeah. Shout out to A-Ball.
Southside.
The mob on top of this bitch forever. The mob on top of this shit forever. Mob on top.
Welcome to Get a Bag Records.
These niggas crazy, I'll blow this bitch wherever. I love this Quake and I'll pull this shit wherever. You want the kit, you shouldn't reach for mine, never. If you trying to get some weight, I'm pulling up this shit together. I get it popping with whoever, nigga, you should know. HPD on Instagram post was beautiful. Junior running around here tripping, nigga, use a hoe. Keep on sending flunkies at me, keep on getting them niggas smoke. You was in the private school learning, trying to choose a hoe. I was in the O, probably Akron selling blues and blow. Fucked up whole batches running through them, no. Balling off that tan boy like high school music. Shootout right there in Confessions, now I'm 2-0. Put that bell on Lil Ron till his fluid's gone. How the fuck I get the stick? You know you niggas wrong. Petty ass pistol, fuck it nigga, I'ma use it though. If you fuck with 3, I know by now you know your boo a hoe. Could've stayed with gang, he took off running, he ain't stupid though. Lame niggas playing with their life, I know a few of those. Could've had the Prezi scot free, but niggas blew it though. These niggas crazy, I'll blow this bitch wherever. I love this Quake and I'll pull this shit wherever. You on the kit, you shouldn't reach for mine, never. If you trying to get some weight, I'm pulling up this shit together. These niggas crazy, I'll blow this bitch wherever. I love this Quake and I'll pull this shit wherever. You on the kit, you shouldn't reach for mine, never. If you trying to get some weight, I'm pulling up this shit together. How the fuck is niggas demons with a crew? How is you a kingpin, your daddy run the show? Acting like you trapping, nigga, you can't even move a boat. Thinking you say Patrick, okay, little nigga, you a ghost. Make a bad disappear magician like Chris Angel. You a rat, ain't waste a second, snitching in the arraignment. Stack 100,000 bottom blicks and get the banging. I was a bitch, my pops would probably kill me like he came. Boy, you in that water, I get extra when I'm angry. I just made $2 million, so that Cully getting paid. Dabbling in extortion, pressing, collecting payments. Apple paying my lawyer, boy, this shit go get so dangerous. Never be them niggas like them niggas in your circle. Breaking down quarter squares of chickens like I'm churches. Take a nigga shit, if he a bitch, he don't deserve it. Boy, I ain't the one, that's why your lick turned to a murder. These niggas crazy, I'll blow this bitch wherever. I love this Quake and I'll pull this shit wherever. You on the kit, you shouldn't reach for mine, never. If you trying to get some weight, I'm pulling up this shit together. These niggas crazy, I'll blow this bitch wherever. I love this Quake and I'll pull this shit wherever. You on the kit, you shouldn't reach for mine, never. If you trying to get some weight, I'm pulling up this shit together.
You on the kit, you shouldn't have reached for mine, never. Hey, man, that bitch is fire. That's fire. Shout out to the whole Detroit, man. Shout out to the Detroit. Quit touching people's shit, man. Stop touching people's shit. Stop touching people's shit, man. Stop touching people's shit, dog. Yeah, man, like, don't touch people's shit, man. I don't feel sorry for no nigga that's sticking his hand out to something he ain't earned. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't give a fuck what the situation is, nigga. You have no right into grabbing anything from anybody, nigga. Like, nigga. The consequences and repercussions is the consequences and repercussions. You don't always come out on the win. It's not always a win-win situation. That's why I never got into the robbery shit. You don't come. It's never a win-win situation now. Never a win-win situation in robberies. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, man. Oh, here they go. Here they go. Here they go. Man, make sure y'all hitting the like button, man. Yeah, dog. It's never a win. I never got into that. It ain't because the nigga was scared. It's because what if we go in there? Two reasons. What if we go in there and it ain't nothing? What if we go in there and we got to unalive somebody? I know the strategy is going to always be we ain't got to unalive nobody, though. You know, we ain't got to unalive nobody. And you never know what could happen, man. You never know what could happen, dog. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing guaranteed, nigga, but your hustle, man. If you put forth your hustle and your work ethic, that's guaranteed. If you hustle hard, you're going to get it. If you work hard, you're going to get it, man. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? You work hard, you're going to get it, man. Like, I don't be paying attention to the number back, but life is good, man. Even when it ain't good. You look at what other people going through, and I'll be like, man, you know, gotta be good for me, Jack. You know? I ain't doing no complaining. So let me see what we can do with this. We're gonna go over this Pooh Shiesty, some of this Pooh Shiesty shit, man. Without me doing the paperwork up. I did it yesterday, but I'm gonna do it the right way today, man. Yeah, it's talking on there, dog. Hey, and I like the way his niggas riding for him too. I like that shit, nigga. I like that. There's a bunch of tough niggas everywhere. That's why it don't pay to be tough, man. It's a bunch of tough niggas, old ones, young ones, big ones, small ones, tall ones. It's a bunch of tough niggas everywhere, dog. Y'all gotta understand that. I like the way they back that nigga. They in the back with the guns. Nigga, they telling you, nigga, they don't give a damn. He put a name on it and told you a bitch. Nigga said, how you a boss and your daddy is. Man. Yeah, oh man, we'll go into this. Damn, bitch.
Nobody wins when the family
wrote in her complaint. The whole thing was quite unusual. And like I said, it's weird that they would do this without an indictment and just a complaint, but I have my suspicions as to why. And, you know, it's quite unusual. The hip hop rap world looks at snitching in different ways. And sometimes people say everything is snitching. There's one guy who's on, he's got a podcast. He thinks everything's snitching. You know, if you plea, it's snitching. If you do this, it's snitching. So people are really divided as to like, you know, these guys are real gangsters, but now on the other hand, they're snitching. And then other people are saying, well, you know, the guy's a businessman now. He's not a street guy. And, you know, that's just the way, you know, you should do business a certain way. There's a lot going on here, a lot of dynamics. So I don't know why they haven't spoken to the FBI in 3 or 4 months. The FBI seems to think it was just a scheduling conflict, which I find extremely hard to believe.
She said that at the bond hearing?
Yeah, she said it. Yeah, we just couldn't get together in the past 4 months. There's 5 different witnesses. None of them could even get on Zoom. They couldn't give you anything. Nope. They just were too busy.
Allegedly had in their possession after the kidnapping and robbery.
Sure. So one thing is, and I thought this was very interesting, it looked like Gucci came out with the exact stuff that was allegedly stolen, saying like, here's my chain and here's something else. I think that he actually showed like some jewelry that was allegedly stolen and that it was still in his possession. That's the first unusual part.
Stop by giving y'all morning and afternoon drops, fam. Plus, we got some information I'm going to put on the second channel. But check this out. There's a lot going on, it seemed like, with the feds. Now, I woke up this morning planning on giving you guys the update to the Pooh Shiesty's transcript that was released. He was the only transcript transcript released out of the 9 defendants. It was the court appearance, 175 pages, 2 witnesses, and a lot of information that people don't know about. But as I woke up, I was alerted that Lord Zay Osama also got arrested by the feds. His charges is unknown. Now, I tried to look him up prior to doing this video to see which one to bring to you guys' attention first. It seemed like his information has not been released inside his portal. So I guess we'll start off with the Pooh Shiesty update and then get you guys updated with Lord Zay Osama as more information becomes available. Now, fam, as mentioned, within the last 24 hours, on April 13, 2026, something interesting happened in the Pooh Shiesty federal case. A 175-page court transcript was quietly released to the public. Now, here's the craziest part. While most of the other transcripts in the situation remain restricted, Pooh Shiesty's transcript wasn't. Anyone could read it. And once people started going through those pages, a lot of details begin to stand out. This hearing, which many believe was connected to a bond hearing, had several people present in the courtroom. But one key name was not there, and that was Lontrell Williams Jr., Pooh Shiesty. During that hearing, the defense also pressed 2 major figures connected to that case, Pooh Shiesty's father and another defendant, CEO 30. But what really caught people's attention were 2 witnesses who eventually took the stand, and the specific details they gave about what actually happened behind the scenes. Details like how long they was inside the studio that night, what evidence federal investigators say they actually have, and even what investigators believe happened to Big 30's cell phone. Now, these are things that a lot of people completely overlook inside that 175-page transcript. I mean, it was just released yesterday. So today, we're going to break it down. The key moments, the testimony from the witnesses, and the parts of the transcript that people aren't really talking about, at least yet. But first, check out a word from our sponsor. If you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. It's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful tools. And one of the main tools lets you access up to $750 of your paycheck early if you switch over with Current. You get a full set of features like paycheck advance, overdraft, the bill card, and more. If you focus on building credit or just want a smoother way with managing your money, it handles everything in one app. I actually like the app myself. That's why I partner with them. And right now, they're giving away $75 for anyone who signs up using my link or scan and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Now, fam, before we get into the witness testimony, we first have to understand what this hearing actually was and why certain people were even being discussed in the court that day. Because early inside this transcript, the court begins discussing the background of the investigation. Most of us are aware, but according to the transcript, this particular hearing was centered around issues related to the case and the evidence the government says it has collected. Now, during these early moments in court, attorneys began referencing communications, phones, and timelines connected to the individuals who were allegedly around Pooh Shiesty during certain key moments. This is where things start getting interesting because federal prosecutors began outlining what they believe happened with certain phones connected to the case. And specifically, they referenced the phone they believe was altered and or tampered with. Now, on page 12 to page 14, this is where prosecutors begin explaining what they believe happened with the phone evidence connected to the situation. But the part that really started raising eyebrows came when the conversation shifted to what investigators believe happened to Big 30's cell phone. Now, according to statements inside the transcript, investigators believe that a phone connected to Big 30 may have been resetted or wiped. It was destroyed by the time he got arrested. Now, that doesn't automatically mean wrongdoing, but prosecutors suggested that certain data they expected to find was no longer there, was raised questions for them about when exactly the phone was reset and why. And during that hearing, this became an important discussion point because phones today contain everything: messages, call logs, location data, and communication between individuals. So investigators was trying to determine what information may have existed before that reset happened. And if we fast forward to pages 28 to 31, this is the section where prosecutors begin explaining why they believe the phone data is important. Now, while prosecutors were discussing the situation with the phone, another detail inside this transcript started catching people's attention because the conversation shifted from digital evidence to an actual location tied to someone in the case. And that location was the Star near Dallas, Texas. Now, family, if you go to page 28, the transcript, this is where something interesting get mentioned that a lot of people completely overlook. According to the discussion in court, Pooh Shiesty's father had an apartment located at the Star in Frisco, Texas. Now, for people who don't know, the Star is the Dallas Cowboys headquarters complex. It's a massive area that includes hotels, offices, restaurants, and high-end apartments. Wow. And this is important because in federal investigations, locations connected to the individuals became part of the timeline investigators build. So when prosecutors brought up that apartment during the hearing, they weren't just talking about where they lived. They were establishing a place connected to the investigation. Because once investigators knew someone had a residence somewhere, they started asking questions like who visited the location, were phones pinging in that area, did anyone travel there around the time the events happened. And this segment is why the moment on page 28 stands out. Now, after that discussion about the location in Dallas, the hearing began shifting towards something investigators were focused on. And that was the timeline inside the studio. Because prosecutors were trying to determine how long certain people were together that night. Now, according to the statements referenced inside the transcript, investigators began piecing together how long individuals were inside the studio before things started unfolding later. This part becomes important because prosecutors often use timelines to connect witness statements with digital evidence, meaning if someone say they were somewhere for a certain amount of time, investigators would check the statement using phone location data, messages, surveillance camera, and other witnesses. And inside this transcript, the studio timeline begins helping investigators understand who may have been present during key moments. Then the court began discussing this in more details later when two witnesses are questioned about the events of that night. Page 52 to 56 is where the court begins discussing the timeline of people being inside the studio. Now, according to statements inside the transcript, the individuals connected to the situation have been inside the studio for a long period of time, fam. We're talking about several hours of recording, talking and being inside the building before anything went wrong. And this detail is important because it shows that whatever happened later didn't immediately start as a confrontation. According to the witness statements referenced in the transcript, the atmosphere inside the studio was normal for a while. People were moving around, some were inside the recording area, and others were in different parts of the studio drinking and watching football. Now, investigators began piecing together this timeline because they wanted to understand what exactly changed that night. And according to testimony discussed during the hearing, something suddenly caused energy in the building to shift. On page 54, right here's where the transcript starts breaking down how long people had already been inside the studio. Now, according to the description given by questioning, the situation escalated when Gucci Mane security attempted to move towards the door. Now, that moment is important because according to testimony, that movement is what alerted the other groups inside the building. And that's when, allegedly, Big 30 had blocked the door. When the security members started heading towards the door, that's when people with Pooh Shiesty had begun to withdraw their firearms. And Gucci Mane had immediately noticed they were outgunned. So now authorities is at the point where this didn't start off as an ambush or a robbery. A conversation happened, and it led to terms not being reached in which firearms was drawn, allegedly. Another key thing is they mentioned Pooh Shiesty's dad going to Staples, but they can't determine what he actually printed at Staples. They also can't determine whether Pooh Shiesty's dad had a firearm. None of the jury was ever recovered. The FBI agent admitted they don't know where the jury went. There is no video of the alleged robbery. There were security cameras in the building, but the recording studio itself did not record video. So there was no real footage of the confrontation, no footage of the gun being pulled, and no footage of the robbery. That's why investigators relied on witness statements, hallway surveillance, and phone data. Investigators cannot prove who entered the studio together. They only have still images from cameras in the building. So investigators cannot confirm who walked in the studio together or who walked in first. Pooh Shiesty's father was linked mainly through circumstantial evidence. Another important point, investigators say he was present in the studio. He visited Staples earlier that day, as we mentioned, was connected through the phone location data. But they also admitted they cannot confirm if he had a gun, as we mentioned. So his alleged involvement comes mainly from being in the room, conversations described by witnesses, and circumstantial evidence. The real battle in this case is when you read the transcript closely. The real argument is, according to the prosecution, this was a planned robbery to force a contract release. But the defense say this was a business dispute between artists and a label that escalated. That's the court issue the court will eventually decide. And when it came to R.D. Radric Davis, he's mentioned multiple times in the transcript. R.D. is described as one of the victims, one of the three victims, a recording artist / label owner, a person who had Pooh Shiesty signed under a contract. The FBI testimony say Pooh Shiesty wanted out of his contract with R.D. A meeting was arranged at the studio to discuss the contract situation. The defense also confirmed R.D. and Pooh Shiesty also had recorded music videos together. So R.D. was basically present as the artist / label representative Pooh Shiesty was signed to. Another moment in cross-examination that stood out, the FBI agent admit something surprising. He said he personally never interviewed R.D. His testimony was prosecution by other
Can you hear me?
prosecutor basically summarized the case like this. The entire incident started because Pushashi wanted out of his contract with RD.
I can definitely hear you, man. Happy to see your ass. Oh my God.
Yeah, man, I'm
What you got
good.
going?
Shit, I just got back from this orientation for this job. I start Monday.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. Goddamn it. Goddamn good shit. Hey, what the fuck you been watching this shit right here?
I just tuned into it.
Man, we gonna finish watching it. We gonna talk about it now. This shit crazy. This shit it seems beatable to me though. They can see they got half proof and shit, dog. You can't have half proof.
Nah,
But you can, nigga. You can if you're a felon.
Then
Hold
prosecutors
on real
claimed the
quick.
gun was pulled. RD was forced to sign paperwork releasing the contract. And what's interesting about the transcript frames is that a contract dispute, an artist, and a label that turns into a robbery case. So the backstory is really about music contracts, artists trying to leave labels, money and jury allegedly being taken in the process. During questioning, the defense lawyer asks the FBI agent something very direct. Did you personally interview RD? And which he answered, no. He never spoke to RD himself. He did not take RD's statement. His testimony was based on statements another detective.
Sitting here with you, you know, it could.
You know, RD is. That's Gucci Mane first name. I don't know what his last name is, but I don't know why they put the list.
They have a great picture of Pooh Shiesty walking inside the building, and you can clearly see it's him. Then it would be silly to say it's not. But if they don't have that kind of evidence, if they can't produce the kind of evidence that's needed to carry the burden, then that's something that needs to be explored. So I don't know yet.
Totally fair. So in other words, you're not confirming or denying whether or not he was at the studio, or whether or not there was a contract dispute, or what the nature of that day was about, right? So that's basically,
sure. And it would be and it would be irresponsible and stupid of me to say, hey, listen, we're not going to deny this. Start giving up things that I don't know whether or not they can prove or not prove.
And look, totally fair what you can and cannot say and what you want to say or not say. Totally fair. I'm just going to go through it with you. Before we go any further.
There's no secrets between us.
No secrets. No secrets.
You and I, there's no secrets.
It's like this. It's like this. Which, by the way, before we go in more back into the government's claims, you mentioned this alleged diss track, right? So there were reports that Gucci Mane allegedly recorded this diss track against Pooh Shiesty. I believe it's called Crash Dummy. I'm going to read you some of the lyrics. Tell you the truth, you went out like a real crash dummy. And after all that, boy, you still signed to me. I walk in the room, you can feel the pressure building. Blank dat me up there. Whole time they plotting against me. Thoughts on that? Clients' thoughts on that?
You know, what I was surprised at is what's not in the diss track. And what's not in the diss track is any mention of a gun, any mention of, allegedly a Draco, which was used, which is a shorter version of a long AK-47. No mention of those things. And let me tell you, there's a lot of words that rhyme with gun and Draco because they've been in every rap from here to Kingdom Come. When you have rappers that talk about, these so-called drill rappers that talk about shootings and things of that nature. So I was surprised that it didn't have more detail in terms of like guns were used or things of that nature. I never have an opinion on someone's record or song or diss track because I feel like an artist is going to say what an artist says, and that's from their point of view, and it's from what they feel occurred at any type of situation or something that didn't occur that they feel might sell records. So I don't know. So for me to say like, oh, I was worried about it, not worried about it, I just don't care. It shouldn't really come into play.
So you don't think it necessarily might be coming into evidence in any way?
No, I don't think the only time it would come into evidence is if Gucci Mane was to take the stand and say, I don't recall what happened that night. I was on medication or I was drinking and I was on medication. I'm not positive how everything went down or something of that nature. Then the prosecutor might be able to use that as some sort of impeachment. But other than that, it's not just coming in as evidence. If he doesn't, if he says he shows up and he goes, yeah, I remember it's kind of a little hazy, but I remember some things, then it's not coming in if he testifies the way the song plays out.
Let me go through the main allegations from this incident, and then we'll get a little bit more into this. So there is allegedly, according to the government, an argument, and they claim it ends up with Williams Jr., again, Pooh Shiesty, being accused of taking out a black AK-style pistol, pointing it at RD, presumably Gucci Mane, demanding he sign the contract release paperwork. RD allegedly complied, signed it. And then there is the claim that RD was not allowed to leave as he was held at gunpoint. So there's allegations that Wright also allegedly recorded RD signing the paperwork and being forced to say that he released Williams Jr. from the contract. And then afterwards, it's alleged that Williams Jr. took RD's wedding ring and watch and earrings and cash. It was alleged that other defendants took out guns too and demanded property from other alleged victims. There was an allegation that McDaniel threatened to shoot BP, that MM was choked to the point that he nearly passed out. And embedded in the complaint are what appear to be photos allegedly showing cuts or abrasions on MM's neck and wrist. And there's also a claim that his wallet and watches, a Louis Vuitton bag, headphones, they were stolen. And then I'm just going to read this part verbatim and then we'll get into it. Quote, RD was pushed onto the couch in the control room, causing the victims to believe they were going to be executed. Williams Jr. placed the barrel of a firearm to the back of BP's head and ordered him and RD to leave the control room and the studio through the west entrance of the office building. RD then instructed CW and TD to escort them to their vehicle. As the victims left, MM turned to Williams Jr. and asked him if they were really taking his watches. Based on later recovered surveillance video footage, the target suspects left the studio and the office building through the east entrance at approximately 4:48 p.m. So a bunch of questions here. Bradford, I'll first start with this. If this alleged recording of RD signing the contract against his will, what should we be thinking about that?
So far I haven't seen the recording, nor does anyone have a copy of the recording as of now. I don't know if there ever will be a copy of that recording.
Bruh.
There has been no copy of the alleged contract that has been signed, nor has one been provided during the bond hearing. And they have actually said they don't know if one even exists. They suppose one exists. That's that part of it. Then the interesting part about, hey, am I really having my watches stolen? That's kind of a weird statement to be made between these individuals. And then what I think also is really important is the sloppiness of the complaint. At the beginning of the complaint, if you read, it says this robbery occurred at approximately 4:50 p.m. at this address. Then later on in the complaint, it says they all left at 4:48 p.m. at this address. So even the sloppiness of the complaint is quite shocking when it comes to someone who's getting charged with a life felony. That's just one mistake that was made in that complaint. There's others that were made and contradictions that happened during that complaint that were very unusual. But there's also another part where they say that Lantrell Pooh held this gun to somebody's head and said all these different things. And then there's another part of the complaint that says, actually, he told one guy, hey, put your gun down, don't shoot this guy or something like that. So there's a lot of contradicting statements that were.
Hey, they say that nigga Big 30 blocked the door on their ass. Hey, they say that nigga Pooh Shiesty told that nigga Big 30, get my bag, nigga. And that nigga Gucci say he ain't signed the contract. That nigga told Big 30, go get my bag. That nigga went and got that house. Man, that's what they say.
Man, it's more to it, man. You know, when you sign to a label and you get in trouble, you would think your label would have your back and, you know, put a little something on your books. I don't think Gucci Mane did none of that for that man. He spent that man money.
I think he did too. I don't think he got the money that the boy is worth right now, dog. He don't got it. He might got it for himself.
You gotta look at it. Gucci Mane ain't recovered. He ain't recouped nobody from none of the artists. Like, look, you think about all the artists that man had on that label that got locked up or that got killed.
That's what I was telling you, fool. That's what I was telling him, dog. I said, bro, the money if Pooh Shiesty was getting $15 million right now, Gucci cannot give him $15 million and still be rich. But he ain't gonna be Gucci no more. Bro. I'm telling y'all, dog, he ain't got that much money. Like that's why that nigga was trying to jump off that lady over there with Gotti.
Just think about it, how they be talking about Jay Prince.
Yeah.
How they say shit, some of the artists weren't getting paid this and that, but he took care of a lot of people. When you gotta look at it, this man took all of his money and put it towards these guys. Yeah. So like, in the beginning, a lot of people probably wasn't getting paid what they think they should have got. It probably was in the
Hey,
beginning
that,
some shiesty shit because shit, motherfuckers didn't know how that shit went. As far as running a
yeah,
company, and
I think I think it has something to do with Big Score too.
yeah, it's a lot of things behind it. How Gucci Mane did that main cousin, how he took the main chain back.
Yeah,
You know, shit, when somebody do that to
yeah,
your fam and your family saying shit, you got, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to, it come to a point, man, oh, my family getting at me, I gotta do something about this shit.
yeah,
So shit, if
cause
me and one of my cousins was signed to his label and he did some fuck shit and I feel like you did some fuck shit to my cousin, oh yeah, I'm coming.
that shit is I'm telling y'all, dog, he don't got enough money to pay that nigga.
Nah.
Cause look, I was thinking like, damn, well maybe I was thinking like, yeah, okay, Poochie probably made 3, 4, 5 million. Cause I was thinking that looking at what Finesse was saying he made, but then Finesse is the same person that made me see that nigga made more. He said that nigga made $15 million since he been out.
But like you gotta think, like
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got. Listen, what about the money he accumulated when he was in jail? He was still on fire.
yeah, but also you got to think about how much of that money they really getting because they got to pay taxes on that shit. So after they pay taxes on that shit, they ain't getting what everybody think they get. Some of these cats probably only living off a couple 100,000.
Nah, yeah, you right. But on them motherfucking shows where they doing them shows like
that's where they get most of that. That's where artists get most of their money is on them tours and shit. But
there's no way he could have made 15 million since he been out though. Hell no.
It could be done.
I ain't pocket watch it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it could be done. But I'm like, what was he on? He must have been all them interviews.
Yeah, when you go to them interviews, that's money. When you do shit, when you do a feature on somebody's shit, that's money too. So shit.
Yeah, dog. I'm like, damn, that nigga ramped it up. And then I also seen that nigga posted that he wanted this mansion that he wanted. That bitch worth $14 million. I'm like,
so shit, I'm looking for you to pay me some money that you owe me, nigga, for the shit. Shit, Gucci Mane probably was talking that shit, nigga. I ain't giving you shit, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. I ain't. Get it back in blood, nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Shit,
get my Big 30, get the bag.
Hey man, go get that bag, nigga. I got this in here. And you gotta remember, man, he fucking with a Memphis dude, man. Memphis niggas don't play about it.
I told him
they don't play, man. When it comes to money, man, niggas don't play about no money. It don't matter where you from. All this shit applies. When it comes to money, man, motherfuckers is not playing with that money because motherfuckers got family.
See what they did. See what they did to South Walker artists down there in Memphis. Nigga, about some money. Nigga,
yeah, this shit is serious. This ain't no joking matter. This shit's serious.
Yeah, man. Community link pinned on the wall, man. It's a open platform. We just doing a reaction right now, man. I got some other shit I want to show you.
Were made within the complaint, not to mention how sloppy the complaint was put together. And during the bond hearing, I think very smartly, they had the FBI agent that actually wrote that complaint. She's only been an FBI agent for 3 years. They had her in the courtroom, but they didn't want to put her on the stand to be cross-examined. They put another FBI agent who was like a 16-year FBI agent. They put her on the stand to testify as to what the other FBI agent wrote in her complaint. The whole thing was quite unusual. And like I said, it's weird that they would do this without an indictment and just a complaint, but I have my suspicions as to why.
Well, this goes back to something that else you mentioned. It seems a lot of this is based on the witness accounts, right? Not of what happened or allegedly happened in that studio. And you mentioned something earlier I want to explore. You're saying these alleged victims told local law enforcement what happened or allegedly happened, but they didn't speak with the FBI. So 2 questions about that. One, based as far as you know, is what's listed in the government's claims, is that accurate from the reports that were filed by local PD? And 2, why wouldn't they speak to the FBI if that's true?
So the first part of that is I don't know, because the reports that I got from that evening from the Dallas PD are completely redacted, meaning it looks like, you know, it's a sea of black that is on these reports.
Wow, Carl. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Hell no, man.
What the fuck? That nigga Gucci man, he trying to get his shit back in blood, I guess.
Shit.
Came out with a diss track and everything, dog.
That nigga in his feelings right now.
Hey, we gotta understand what I was telling them though. We laughing at them, but I'm gonna tell you something. They some young bulls.
Yeah.
But we know for a fact that Gucci man unalive somebody about some jewelry.
Well, shit, this generation, this young generation, man, they don't have no problem with fucking something up. They will fuck you up quicker than the niggas in our
I told
generation.
them that. I told them niggas, that's what they do. And then what's crazy is they got money. They not, bro.
Nah.
They want a lump. They want that lump sum of money, whatever that is.
But also these young
that's
niggas, know what I'm saying? They getting money. They getting money like they getting. So, know what I'm saying? They want that spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, I'm making the money. It's time for me to be a boss.
Yeah, that's why all of them. That's what it is. Is them niggas feel like they can do it themselves. You know,
which it's better to get it yourself. It ain't hard to get to be independent. Shit. Long as you get with BMI and ASCAP, you get with them. That's your publishing. That's your all your shit. You just a person just gotta have the right team. You gotta build your team. You build your team first, then come with the label the name of your label. Get that shit taken care of. Get your shit right, and man, go from that point on.
This shit crazy because he got a big name now. But one thing about it though, B-Mac, business is business.
Yeah.
You sign your name on that dotted line, you gotta fulfill that contract.
Bad shit. Niggas gotta be smart. You gotta have somebody with you to go over that contract. Cause man, these contracts that most of these labels is doing is 360 deals. Well, they
360. But I don't even think he got a bad contract. I think he just won out. And you can't.
Sometimes if you got the money, you buy yourself out that shit.
Yeah, that's what he gonna have to do. Fresh out of jail, he needs that money to do it. Maybe that's what he want the money to do.
It's on YouTube. Too Short was talking about how he had paid and got Lil Jon out of deal. He seen something in Lil Jon when he was a A&R at So Def Records. But Too Short seen something in him. And know what I'm saying? And all he wanted out of Lil Jon was some beats. He paid and got that man out the deal he was in.
Flip did it. Slim Thug did it.
It's just about
niggas out about they were out their deals.
This is the way
money,
you get
man.
motherfuckers. When you if you sign to a major label, don't take none of the advance money. That's where these young niggas be fucking up at. When you take that advance money.
Yeah, they spent it. They don't even know.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? They don't know that money there gonna put you in the red. And if they don't recruit shit back, they gonna give you some more money, and still you gonna still be in the red.
Yeah, you gonna be in the red, but then you ain't gonna never be able to get off of there. And these are album deals. These are album deals, bro. See, one thing you gotta know when you doing album deals, bro. You know how many rappers get pushed back? They get pushed back because the album that they put together wasn't good enough to put out to the label. Yeah. So that's what they gonna do till you keep pushing you back.
Yeah, that's why some motherfuckers get put on the shelf.
Basically blackballed.
Pretty much they put you on the shelf.
You got a little hustle, you can come up out, but it ain't no way around that shit, dog. Once they got you, you can't man.
Look how they did your boy.
For real.
What was old boy name that did that all gold everything?
Damn, what the fuck is that nigga name? Gold all of my
Look how they did him.
man. What the
And
fuck
that
was
and that song right there was a hit.
Bitch was a hit.
That motherfucker, I'm pretty sure
salute.
that off that song, they made some money off that motherfucker. Because everybody was playing that bitch. Salute to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
But like, man, if they didn't. I don't even think they really gave that dude a chance. They just fucked over him, shit.
Yeah, dog. That shit there is crazy. Let's see, finish this shit.
So the reports from that evening don't give me a lot of detail as to what exactly was said or who said it. That's the first portion. So I can't tell you whether or not it's accurate to the complaint. I can tell you the complaint is rather sloppy in terms of what each person said and where things took place. But putting that aside, that's the first part of that. Why wouldn't they talk to the FBI? It could be sometimes something happens and you feel some sort of way that night, and then time goes by and you start to consider my options and how this is going to go. And I have to be at kind of the FBI's beck and call, subpoenaed to come to Dallas, Texas, subpoenaed on phone calls and different memorandums and different things that going forward. And, you know, it's quite unusual. The hip hop rap world looks at snitching in different ways, and sometimes people say everything is snitching. There's one guy who's on he's got a podcast. He thinks everything's snitching. You know, if you plea, it's snitching. If you do this, it's snitching. So people are really divided as to, like, you know, these guys are real gangsters, but now on the other hand, they're snitching. And then other people are saying, well, you know, the guy's a businessman now. He's not a street guy. And, you know, that's just the way, you know, you should do business a certain way. There's a lot going on here, a lot of dynamics. So I don't know why they haven't spoken to the FBI in 3 or 4 months. The FBI seems to think it was just a scheduling conflict, which I find extremely hard to believe.
She said that at the bond hearing?
Yeah, she said it. Yeah, we just couldn't get together in the past 4 months. There's 5 different witnesses. None of them could even get on Zoom. They couldn't give you anything. Nope. They just were too busy. They're going to be cooperating in the level of cooperation that I don't know. You know what I mean? And I don't depend on that on any case. I assume cases are going forward based on the evidence that was presented at a bond hearing. And I assume that they're telling me the truth, that, you know, they're going to be cooperating. You know, the FBI says they're going to be cooperating. So I can't take it as that they're lying to me. I prepare my case as if they're telling me the truth. Whether or not at trial that ends up being the case, it's usually not.
So I want to now go into a specific piece of alleged evidence about your client that was part of this filing, and it was purportedly used, you know, to as support for the arrest. And so it says, the complaint claims that your client was wearing an ankle monitor because he was serving a sentence, like you mentioned, the prior case, these federal charges, I believe drug and weapons charges, and he was sentenced to home detention. He had to wear an electronic monitoring device. And they say that authorities were able to allegedly use the location data from that device to seemingly track his apparent movements near the crime scene. And I believe they say that the ankle monitor was used to track him and William Sr. to a Staples, and the allegation was there that they went to a Staples early in the day to print off that agreement, to print off the contractual release paperwork that they say they were forcing RD to later sign. And the feds also claim that the surveillance video and the GPS data, they put them there. So talk to me about the ankle monitor.
Sure. First, let me just address the Staples thing. Like, I don't even care if they're at Staples. Like, they're going to a recording studio, and normally my clients usually print off the lyrics for different individuals. If you have 5 individuals that are going to be on one record and they each have a section or a part, they'll usually print those things off. So I really don't care about the Staples thing. The electronic monitor, again, people will tell me, oh, we have this data. This is the data that we have. And then when I get it, it's typically not what they represent. Now, I don't know. It could be exactly what they represent. And if it is, then we'll deal with it. Then
that nigga had a whole monitor on. That nigga was tripping.
Hey, shit. Yeah, it was all about, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't personal, it was business. It was a business call.
That shit crazy.
But like, man, they even go back and say, man, that Gucci Mane was never never the D-boy they talk about.
Yeah, that's what That's what Waka Flocka mama
Yeah,
said.
what is it, Miss Debbie or Miss
Yeah,
Deb? Yeah,
Miss Deb said that OJ the Juice
was the
Man
dope
was
boy.
the
Yeah,
nigga.
so that's what he was in and out of jail and prison for, was dope.
Hey, that's what she said, dog. You know, and Miss Deb.
Yeah, they
say
said
Miss Deb
Gucci
is
Mane
the
was more
nigga.
known for the robbing. He was jacking motherfuckers. So know what I'm saying? Like shit, that shit Gucci Mane be talking about, you really talking about OJ the Juice Mane shit. It's like,
Damn. Son, I heard that too, man. I saw that too, dog. I saw it too, D-Man. You saw the same thing.
I be on that shit. But like, that's my shit. You know, I be on that music shit. I just.
That nigga told me, yeah, I saw that shit,
But
man.
then we don't
I
say
saw that
certain
shit.
defense of
90% of these rappers don't really be about that life.
oh, well, he wasn't there or he was in the area or whatever it is. We have to create the defense and create a way to make sure that they're held to their burden, the government. So it doesn't matter what they say, it's matter what they have. So
But
yes,
he was
if they
wearing
have
it.
that,
Was he wearing a monitor? Do you know?
yes, he was wearing an electronic monitor. And if they have the data and the data is accurate, then we deal with that. But I don't know if that's the case. You know, I had a murder case that I got dismissed that was in Tampa where they're like, hey, this phone, it puts him right at the scene at the time of the shooting. Then I get the data. It puts him within 350 yards of the scene, somewhere near the time of the shooting. So it's like, it's always some little twist on what they say and what I get. There's usually a difference. Now, I don't know if that's the case here. It might not be. So I have to see what the actual evidence is first, and then I'll deal with it.
Let's talk about the vehicle ID and cell phone record evidence. So the affidavit claims that Wright's father owns a 2020 Dodge Charger Hellcat with Tennessee plates, and authorities allegedly used license plate readers to track the Charger following another car, Dodge Ram, at 2:18 p.m. on January 10th. Then they claim that the Dodge Ram looks like the one on surveillance video near the studio, near the crime scene later that afternoon. They apparently used the license plate readers to also link the Charger traveling close to a white Buick Enclave, and through rental records, they determined that that Enclave was rented by Williams Sr. And the cell phone records for Williams Jr., again, your client and others, and the telematics location data for the cars, as well as the GPS data from the electronic monitoring device, authorities claim they're tracking them the journey from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas, Texas, that the electronic monitoring device allegedly aligns with the records, tracking to Winrose Tower, where Williams Jr. was allegedly residing, traveling to the alleged crime scene, when they allegedly left the scene, going to the Comfort Inn at one point. And by the way, with the Comfort Inn, authorities allegedly have rental records from the rooms and surveillance footage allegedly showing them at this location, and that some of the defendants were wearing clothes that were very similar to what the suspects were allegedly wearing at the studio based on the surveillance footage. So I know that's a lot, Bradford, but basically it's digital evidence, right? It's surveillance, it's rental records, it's cars, GPS. Talk to me about that.
So long story short is if all of that is true, the most that does is put everyone at the scene, right? It still doesn't say if a robbery occurred, doesn't say that a kidnapping occurred. In fact, the jurisdictional element of this is really troublesome because they don't put in the dates of that, the travel from Tennessee to Dallas. Now, kidnapping is very specific. You have to travel
federal
kidnapping. You have to travel in order to complete the crime that you are accused of. These guys were there for a week or a week and a half recording songs and doing all this stuff. So like the jurisdictional element, they don't even address where Pooh actually lives in Dallas. The alleged victim came to Dallas willingly, which again, that's an element of kidnapping that's not there. All these different things about jurisdiction. At the bond hearing, they were like, well, if they used a cell phone to record this signing, then that's the commerce clause and it affects interstate commerce. The problem with that is there's specific case law that the cell phone would have to be used in furtherance of the kidnapping. So filming someone and then sending it to Bob Smith and saying, hey, if you don't pay me a ransom, here's the video of your guy. that's in furtherance of the crime. Filming someone allegedly signing a contract is not in furtherance of the crime. So they're going to have a lot of problem with jurisdiction. I know they're scrambling to try and make sure to shore that up with jurisdiction. But the basic is they found no gun, so they can't say whether or not the gun was made in Texas. If the gun was made in Texas, it doesn't affect interstate commerce. They found no ammo. If the ammo was made in Texas, doesn't affect interstate commerce. The only phone that was used in any of this was this alleged recording, which no one has, and they can't say that affected the actual kidnapping. So they have a problem there. They have a problem going back and forth throughout this case with jurisdiction in terms of proving that the phone or something in interstate commerce was used in furtherance of the kidnapping. That's going to be a real problem for them, which they don't address. And all these complaints, all these indictments, they're very heavy on what they have because they want to make like, oh, we got them here, we got them here, we got them here. What they don't have is they have no guns, they have no ammo, they have no contract, they have no video, they have no video inside the studio. They have no other witnesses besides only the alleged victims. There were 2 other witnesses in there. Those witnesses say, we didn't hear anything. We didn't see anything. No one told us anything. One of them's the owner of the studio. One of them, I think, is an intern from the studio. And this isn't a massive, big studio. There's a couple different recording studios, but these were the only guys recording there. So it wasn't like they were checking on other studios to see how everyone's doing. There's only one group there. So it's unusual that they didn't hear anything or see anything. The whole thing is weird. And like,
wow.
The fact that MM says, walks towards the door with everyone and says, hey, are you guys really taking my watches? That doesn't sound like me. That's someone that was almost going to get shot in the face. Then says, hey, by the way, are you really taking my watches? That sounds crazy.
So I would counter that as a counter argument.
Yes, counter.
So the purported injuries on MM, couple that with the idea of what we mentioned. If all that digital data is true, it might place them at the location. But this is the part that we haven't talked about.
If the statement detracted could also mean that they said they wanted to say something and they did, and they took it back. Now they don't want to say nothing. But it could also be they trying to hide who said it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the way this shit's done, man, they ain't got too much of shit to say, dude. To bribe that man.
They fucked up. They fucked up because if that ammunition don't come from out of state, it don't fuck with state commerce. Now, if they bring them weapons from wherever they from,
it's going ugly.
But did they even find the gun? They ain't even got no gun.
They ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
But some Gucci Mane.
They got some guns from out the daddy house though. It
is wow.
Yeah, this shit wild, Max. Gucci ain't die after he made that damn song. That nigga ain't tell them folks. That nigga want to go with these youngsters, dog. He want to go to war with these youngsters, Max.
Gucci Mane better have. He better have some shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
He want to go to war with these young niggas. That shit go right here. Hey, Max. He want to go to war with these young niggas, dog. He don't want to tell on them, dog, because they said, I got the paperwork, but I didn't see that big ass black spots on it. That's why I'm saying they must have took something out.
They redacted.
They had to
see what they.
They redacted it.
Not only that, but they really don't have no case. The whole point of making them fit is because Pooh Shiesty was already hot.
Yeah, fool. And it's like they trying to sweep. It's seeming like they trying to sweep up all the rappers, all the gangster rappers. That's gangster.
They trying to prove a point.
Yeah, trying to make a point.
At this point, they trying to make that nigga out of an example.
Yeah, an example. That's what it is, Max. Yeah, they trying to make you an example. But I'm gonna tell you something though, Max. They gotta stop fucking up like that though, Max. They be jumping the gun, trying to, and then when it ain't fed, they be looking too hard for it to be fed. You get what I'm saying?
This the problem with some of these young cats, man. They don't have the right people in their team. They got a whole bunch of yes. They got a whole bunch of yes
Yeah,
men.
dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, dog. I'm telling you, as your job to manage them it ain't to keep them, tell them what to do. Nigga, you know that they got to be at these appointments on a certain amount of time, on time. You know, you got to tell them that. You shouldn't play all night tonight, my brother. We got to be there at 7 or 6. You know what I'm saying? Even though he might get mad because they men. But, bro, that's your job. And I don't think these niggas good at doing that, dog. I think they just good at seeing the talent and signing them.
yeah.
Giving them a little cash, not pushing them the right way like record companies do.
This man,
And then I think that when they
this is what the record labels like. They like these young niggas because they dumb their ass down. They keep them full of their shit. They keep them, man. All these parties these niggas go to, they supply the labels supply this shit. So they like these young niggas because they dumb them down with all the dope and just let them do.
You know, it's a good example of that when Bobby Shmurda got signed to whatever record label that he got signed to. I think it's Epic. When he got signed to Epic, you go look at that video when they signed him, how he was jumping all over the table in front of all them executives and shit. They like that shit, but they but they like, look at this retarded nigga.
Bro, the Black Youngster did the same thing, dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how that nigga got 2 deals, bro. He did the same thing that Bobby Shmurda did, jumping all on the table.
Yeah.
He did that shit too. Look it up, dog. I guess you got to do that.
It was the stuttering
You got to
for him, like the stuttering, the obnoxious shit he was saying. Like,
yeah, dog. I felt like he should have never stopped doing that.
Dang, shit, that's him in real life.
That's what I said, dog. He was funny.
That's him in real life. I didn't like shit. I don't know him, but I'm going to Memphis and shit. I didn't see them around there. That's that nigga in real life. Like this nigga be out there like that.
He said he walked up to him the first time he ever met him with a strap on.
Yeah.
Busting
he was really nigga. Out there.
Yeah.
That's really why Yo Gotti wanted to separate himself, because that nigga really was with that shit that he talked about. Sometimes that shit scared them CEOs. Like, look at QC. Once he seen how he thought a little baby was a sweet little kid. Nah, that nigga fuck nigga.
Nah. Hey, listen, now you right, man. I swear, a lot of these niggas.
Man, once they see that these niggas really talking with that nigga, we not just rapping, nigga. We telling a story.
Max. You know another good a good example of that close to home, Mo 3 and Rainwater. When Mo 3 was alive, Rainwater couldn't say a bitch ass thing. That nigga wouldn't say shit.
He just didn't know when to say it because he was scared.
Yeah, dog. And I don't think that Rainwater knew that Mo 3 was doing what he was doing. Because why would I tell you? Because he talked too much. That's why I didn't let him talk.
I didn't know he was doing all that. If I would have knew he was doing that, I would have got away from that.
They say Mo 3
got away from that. I believe it.
They say Mo 3 didn't trust Rainwater like that.
I'm telling you, people saying that.
Yeah.
That's why I said when people say he set Mo 3 up, I feel like if he did, it wasn't intentional. And what I mean by that is being that he talked so much that he could have said some shit without knowing he was saying some shit.
Yeah.
My bad.
Who is this? Free Your Soul. Talk in the back chat. Who is this, man?
304.
Let me see. Free Soul. Who is that?
I ain't never heard of him or her.
Man, I don't know you, man.
Nigga, I don't know you, man. Yeah, these people be trying their hardest.
Man, hey, look, you know I ain't putting no banner up, man. Dog, they be scared of them little niggas. You should though, nigga. Nigga, Mo 3 was that nigga was obviously doing some shit.
Tell you too.
Right, nigga, obviously doing some shit at nighttime. Nigga, when it was nighttime, doing some shit.
That nigga had about damn near caught pneumonia trying to slide.
Yeah, I remember that.
Tissue up his nose and all that. Like, man, I'm close. I'm getting closer and closer.
Hey, nah, and they kept saying he get closer and closer, nigga. I'm getting close to your bitch ass, nigga. They had to team up and take that nigga out. And people who think Yellow Beat gonna get away with it with them lyrics, it's over with. Man, did you hear DJ Academics read those lyrics back like that they putting on Lil Durk? Just listen. When you read it, instead of rapping it, it sounds good. When you rap it, you be bouncing. But when you read it on paper, and you be like, damn, I can't believe this nigga said this shit. It don't kind of tell no more.
I'm pretty sure that nigga sitting back his damn, so like, damn, I said that shit.
Hey, now that nigga be putting that shit together good too, dog. like I'm like, dog, that nigga Durk said that shit, dog. Like, dog. And I was rapping the words. It don't sound like when you listening to it. When you slow that shit down and DJ Academics was reading it slowly, like the white people want to read it. Yeah.
Like he was gonna get checked for that shit.
I'm like, wow, dog. So, and then they got some new shit that they put in that I was reading. That if you got a history, he could beat the history. That's why it's not federal for Yellow Beezy though. But if you got a history of you got a pattern of doing some shit, it could be compared to your raps. Remember that shit used to get thrown out. It used to get blocked like Batumbo most of the time. Not no more, dog.
Because some of y'all niggas out here really trying to like, man, if you are a rapper, man, and trying to be a man, leave the motherfucking streets alone. Because you can't do both.
Nah, it's that.
They can't help
leave that shit alone.
D-Mac. Them niggas is the get back gang, dog. That's what they known for. That's the name of their shit. Yeah. And I think them spilling it on beat is because they don't talk about it, dog. Yeah. You can't mix them words up. People understand that shit. Bitch, I'm way in Texas. Yeah. And I understand exactly what that bitch saying because I be watching so much other shit. I know what this nigga talking about. I'm like, Durk. Yeah, you twisted it. You might have said the Bloods gave you the guns, but we really know the Crips gave you the guns. Yeah, Big Mouth ass told it, dog. I'm like, dog. I read that live on that song. I said, Durk, I know you didn't do this.
Yeah, he did.
He did it. He did it.
Man, shit. Man, if you listen to any man of that man shit, he did it.
When them white people, and obviously
he did it.
The people, the feds got listening to the music is listening to it real well, dog.
Yeah. You just like pay attention to a lot of them lawyers that be acting like they really listen to this type of music. A lot of them, they get intertwined so they can help line your ass up.
Yeah,
they be like,
okay. I like Bruce, but Bruce knows too much of what these slang words mean, baby.
Like, dog, they know what songs to exactly go for and what time you did the song. They know what time on the clock you. Hey, dog, listen. This is the reason why he did the song at this time. I'm like, wow, dog. How you gonna defend that? How would you? It's no like.
There's no way around.
Bro, you can fight that shit how you want to, dog. Like, man.
Right. When the feds come for you, man, they come for you when they feel like they got enough evidence to build a case on your ass.
Yeah,
they come.
I think they probably be having 5 angles on your ass. Like, and they just go one by one. You want to play with this one and block this one down, and they save the best angle that they got for the end.
Even the way they do their sentencing on the motherfucker,
that's what I was explaining to them about Diddy. Man, that nigga Diddy is supposed to come home, bro. They gave Diddy 3 times the sentence that he was supposed to have, bro. Because they sentenced him on the guidelines of him getting charged with the shit, and he beat that other case.
Yeah,
y'all only supposed to give him 14 months, bro. And he gonna sue the shit out of y'all dumbass. That's why y'all taking so long on letting him out. He gonna sue the shit out of y'all dumbass.
Yeah.
What?
He's like, yeah.
Hey, I seen that shit. It's based off a point system. You can't go in there. They don't go. The judge don't say, "I'm gonna give you this." It's not like that.
No.
It's just based off a point system.
Yeah,
So how did y'all come up with those points? If it wasn't no charge,
they're like they look at your charges and how many times you been to prison, and they
That's what I was
enhance
telling you.
all that shit.
All that shit. If you got an education, they give you points for not being educated.
Yeah.
They give you points for not having a driver license. Nigga, they give you points for it, nigga. And once they add all your points up, nigga, and they do it, you'll get 200 months or 150 months, nigga. They don't even tell you days. My kinfolk said, man, that judge gave me that time, nigga. I had to go back and count it on my hands, nigga. I was like,
I had to deal with the feds, but like shit, I ain't up beating my charges, but like shit, I still had to go back and forth to federal court though, but I ain't up beating my shit. They ain't have no evidence.
Hey, my nigga, I ain't never, man. I'm like, nah, I quit.
But like I
though.
did
My people
learn
got caught
some
up.
of this shit while I was shit going back and forth with them motherfuckers.
I'm gone, man. Ain't no nigga. I'm gonna move away from that bitch. That bitch was hot in my city, nigga. They swept up 22 niggas, nigga.
What?
I'm selling all these niggas oil for my kinfolk. Man, I wasn't even selling dope then, nigga. I was trying to transform to something else, working a little bit. Nigga, my kinfolk giving me them cruisers. He telling me just sell it to all the baller niggas that I sent to you. Nigga, all them niggas got all caught up, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, my kinfolk came to me. He said, nigga, I don't know you. You don't know me. We got to break this rendezvous up, nigga. And I ain't, nigga. We ain't did shit. He driving trucks now.
Yeah, man.
I ain't trying to go to no stairs. I slipped through the cracks, nigga.
Yeah, shit. And them motherfuckers don't even let you, they don't tell you shit. I was in jail waiting to go to prison for my robbery charge and shit. Everybody, I'm in my cell chilling. Hey, pack your shit. What the fuck? And I get downstairs, it's the fella rallies. I was like, oh shit. The fuck, the fuck I do?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Them hoes, I ain't never had to talk to them people. I'm thank God, man. I ain't never got caught slipping that hard. Like, I promise.
Once I found out what this shit was for, I was like, oh yeah, I know what this shit about. I was like, I can't wait to get back.
Even
to
when I
state.
did
I'm
get
finna
ready.
get that, I'm finna have that nigga whoop. It was my charge party. He told them some shit.
Even when I did get raided, they caught me at the end of the shit, just with some money and the end of a bag. Nigga, that shit was about like 12, 15 rocks or something. That shit was over with, nigga, a whole bunch of money, nigga.
Yeah, my child partner told on some shit being nosy. I had a nigga I was fucking with from New York, and shit, that nigga was bringing brand new guns out the box, and I was buying them bitches, and he seen me purchase some shit and told the feds some shit while I was. That's when I found out that nigga was goddamn snitching on niggas and shit.
Hey, that's what nigga.
So shit, when the feds came and got me, I ain't know nothing about this shit until I went to court. I was like, the fuck, really?
I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show. Damn, I gotta find it though first. I'm gonna show y'all this nigga who this nigga 3. I keep telling y'all about this nigga 3J. No, it's this nigga named 3J Know the Truth. He a slow ass retarded dude. You'll look at him. He the one who was blogging about the Chirac shit, but he stay in Houston, but he really from Louisiana. Bro, he been talking shit to them niggas. After the war in Chirac really died out, he got started getting over Louisiana, bro. You can look at this nigga and he said some interesting things, bro, about All-Star JR. They was like, they thinking that JR he going to jail. And 3J said, nigga, when I got jumped, cause that's what happened to 3J. Believe it or not, I'm gonna show y'all this slow ass nigga. When that nigga got jumped, he stabbed a nigga.
Oh shit!
He stabbed the nigga to D in high school, nigga. This shit happened in high school, and he beat the case. I want y'all to listen to this shit real fast. Like he know a lot about, like, I don't be listening to them because I'm telling y'all, dog, this nigga don't be he used to go hard on the blogging and get views and shit. He just stopped doing it. He just blog here and there when something happened with them niggas, NBA now or something.
Yeah.
He don't like, but yeah, dog. He taught me a lot of shit about the war in Chirac, fool. A lot of shit, bro.
Yeah.
He was always head on shit, nigga. Watch this, though. Show y'all something. Let me find it real bad. Y'all go trip out. Y'all go see the way this nigga look. Y'all gonna be like, nah, man, not this nigga. Yeah, this nigga.
My little lottery.
Okay, hold on. Here she goes. Here she goes. Here she goes. Yeah. Mega Millions, goddammit.
Mega Million looking at.
3J. Show y'all this shit. Y'all go trip out, man. Y'all gonna be like, this nigga, yeah, nigga. You got it's that hold on. NBA ain't fucking with that shit that Ben 10 did. I told y'all that, dog. See, 3J seen this shit. NBA is not fucking with that shit.
NBA don't fuck with them princes. Remember when they tried to play him?
Yeah, bro. I told y'all this shit.
Yeah, that's why
when they broke in his house, nigga.
He went up to the place to go say his last goodbyes, man. That man in Paris.
Yeah, dog. I told y'all. I'm gonna show you some. Where's this video at, man? Let me get to it real quick. Hey, I told y'all that, dog. I said, dog, he don't come for that shit. That's his best friend, nigga. His best friend, nigga.
Yeah, because they mamas is cool.
Like, nigga. And then I know he's saying, what the fuck you doing down there with the niggas?
Exactly. He's questioning you now.
And that's what he's saying. I know that's what he's saying. You know, a nigga say he trying to focus on his career. He ain't trying to hear none of that bullshit right now. Yeah, fool, that nigga trying to be the greatest like Michael Jackson, nigga.
That nigga he's starting to see his potential, man. He's starting to really see
potential now. Yeah, fool. Yeah, dog.
He's starting to see like, damn, I'm worth more than half of these motherfuckers rapping my age.
He the hood Michael Jackson.
Yeah, fool.
Little do he know.
Yup, that's what they could figure. Them kids was passing out and fainting at that nigga concert, nigga, like he Prince or somebody, nigga. Come on,
he the
dog.
Michael Jackson of his time.
Come on, dog. I said, God damn, dog. This is why my niece got so mad at me when I couldn't get her no tickets to that damn concert. I promised us we was gonna go, and they made me go to work, and I was mad, dog. Like, so, nigga, she still mad at me about that shit right now, dog. I'm telling you, dog, that nigga is like
for the younger generation, shit, he they Michael Jackson of their time.
Well, fool, the kid passing out, singing all the words word for word. You could barely hear what he was singing. I'm like, God damn. Every show sold out. Like, listen to this shit, dog. Watch this. Listen to this, y'all.
Yeah, he looks slow.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something right here.
Listen to him.
Y'all think All-Star JR is going to jail? No, he's not, bro. What are y'all talking about? Bro, listen, with my murder case, nigga was jumping me or whatever, I stabbed one or whatever like that, damn, I beat it. What y'all think? Same situation.
I told y'all, nigga.
They were jumping
I told y'all, this nigga crazy, nigga.
Until kill one, Vaughn.
Look how smart that nigga is, dog.
In the South, bro.
Nigga,
shit like that, bro. That's easy.
It was they gone. It was they gone, fool.
All the time.
They gone.
He went. All the time he would have went to jail if he would have smoked Ben 10 during a one-on-one fight.
Yeah.
But then Big got hit with his own gun, bro. Think about that, bro. Think about that, bro. This is Texas, bro. I know how Texas
He
rock.
be saying real shit though.
That man ain't, bro. If that man go to jail, bro. If that man,
Yeah.
only thing they don't do, or what a homicide detective or a detective gonna talk to
Don't
that
come
man,
talk
bro.
to him.
It's
And just
video,
tell him what
bro.
you did. Don't
That man don't
lie.
gotta say
It's the
nothing,
video
bro. All
right
they gotta
there,
do
so don't
analyze the
lie. He
video,
don't
bro.
got. Look at the
All they gotta
video. He could
analyze
say
the
that
video.
too.
Look at the video, bro. Just like
Nah,
with that
just tell
Bud
the truth,
situation.
nigga.
Just look
Fuck
at the
that.
video. Once you look at the video, it's
Just
gonna
look at the
show you
video.
everything, boy. Mark
It'll
my
show
words,
you
bro.
why he got.
At this
Why he got
point,
popped.
jail cannot save him, bro. I salute him. I salute him because he did something we all wanted to do. He did something a lot of people would have, bro. Man, sorry.
Hey, I'm telling you,
That
dog,
man,
he got that nigga
bro, I
TJ. TJ Illa.
is going
He
to
probably
beat bro.
sitting
I don't
at
care
work on
what
his
he
lunch
posts.
break. He
Bro,
used to
don't
give
post that. He
him
might look
food way back 5 years ago.
nothing he posts can make him look bad, bro.
That's
They
what I
not
say.
going, bro.
He really shining on them niggas right now.
Only time he going to jail if he, but he won't even. I ain't gonna lie to you. He not even going to jail if he was a felon and he took that gun and shot him with. He not even going to jail. Guess what? It wasn't his gun. Y'all gotta know.
I don't own a gun,
So
sir. I
they
don't
keep
own a
trying to say
gun,
he
sir.
gonna go to jail because he stood over him.
No, nigga.
They keep
No,
trying to,
nigga.
listen,
It
they
ain't
keep trying
no.
to say because he stood over him and kept letting off, like he wasn't in danger no more.
Hey, but listen to this. Though. He don't know how. Listen, normally, Max, and I wish Lakeside was here to tell you. Normally, bro, it's a lot of them niggas, Max. It's always a lot of them. He's Jay Prince Jr.
Shot at or somebody trying to shoot you, you should not be held accountable for keep licking off.
Yeah, that's because he was scared, nigga. Yeah, he was scared, nigga. Listen, when you see out Max, Jay Prince Jr. said that he made the statement that he didn't have none of his guys with him. When he say his guys, he mean them big ass security. No, dog. Them niggas with them rap-a-lot tattoos and chains, dog. It's the same thing as security, dog. And it be a lot of them, bro. He never by himself, dog. He not gonna show up there by himself, dog. Bro, he ran 6'9" out of our city, fool. He ain't even from Austin. Because it was so many of them niggas, dog. Bro, it was so many of them niggas, it was crazy, dog. Black shirts. I'm talking about, dog, them niggas are not rappers, bro. They not no rappers. Them niggas not no rappers, dog. Max, I'm telling you, when you see these niggas, you'll be like,
the same niggas that be at the ranch when motherfuckers go out to the Jay Prince ranch.
Yup.
Them the same niggas.
Yup, the same niggas, fool. That's why he got so scared, because it was so many of them, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They was all grabbing for that nigga and punching on that nigga, dog. All of them was.
I believe if y'all look at that picture with Slim Thug and Paul Wall and all them when they was on the ranch, and Zero and them was all them out there, all them niggas was all them big motherfuckers was out there, and Zero was beefing with half of the motherfuckers at the ranch. That's why he had. That's why he had that bulletproof vest on that day.
Hey, but hey, Max, you been listening to my boy? What's his name? CSP.
Not really.
About Dirk. Nah, dog. Listen to him, dog. He just cause he don't want to show his face, cause that nigga in the trenches, nigga.
He just got a skin problem.
Yeah, he do. He don't understand that you got to show your face to get people to really, really look at that shit, dog. I know why he ain't doing it though. Cause he be giving away some valuable information, dog. Yeah. And I think the nigga on probation too, though. Cause he had stopped smoking for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas down there. Hey, that nigga said, nah, hold on, I'm gonna let you hear this shit. That nigga said, I told y'all, dog, that's why I stopped blogging about the Dirk, because bro, something is fishy about the O Block shit, dog. Y'all not understanding, dog. Them niggas ain't got sentenced in 5 years almost, bro.
Yeah, most of them,
I got
the ones that
homeboy.
ain't got sense, most of them ain't telling. Goddamn.
Yeah, nah, they trying to connect the dots, bro.
That too.
They trying to put Dirk Lights out, dog. Watch this. Listen to see it. Like they trying to put little Dirk Lights out, dog.
They trying
Like,
to do
they
trying to do his ass like they did Larry Hoover.
That's what they comparing him to.
Yeah.
Dog. I say, this nigga getting compared to Larry Hoover now. I say,
But like they also doing that because they also know that shit. Lil Durk daddy was Larry Hoover right hand man.
Right hand man.
Know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that shit
Yeah.
that Dirk dad was that he was that dude.
Yeah. But they was hustlers though, bro. They wasn't really into drilling. They drilling about their paper.
Yeah.
You owe some money. And then they said that Larry Hoover was locked up for a body he didn't even catch.
But like, man, he was so powerful at like shitting him from prison. You know what I'm saying, from jail, he was able to say shit and motherfucking shit got done on the streets. That's how he was so powerful even from prison, even from jail. Whatever, if he got on that phone, whatever he said needed to be done, it got done. That's why why he got all that time he got. He was so powerful.
Listen to this shit. I know Max like why you got the music on. I know she hates the music. It's because of the reaction. It's the reaction. I know. Listen to this part. Hold on.
For the duck case, and I don't know if y'all remember, but during Muwap's lawyer's turn to cross-examine the people that's on the stand, and you know what I'm saying, and talk they shit in the courtroom, Muwap lawyer and Lil Durk responded about this shit. Muwap lawyer went in front of the courtroom and basically questioned the feds and asked them, are y'all investigating Lil Durk? Are y'all investigating OTF? In the middle of the duck trial, Muwap lawyer went in front of the courtroom and asked the feds, were they investigating Lil Durk? Were they investigating OTF? So whole time, everybody see how everything played out. The old Block 6, they end up getting found guilty. And now Lil Durk is in jail fighting murder for hires and shit like that. But for Muwap lawyer to ask the feds that is like, why are y'all asking if we are investigating Lil Durk and OTF? It's almost on some shit like, you know, it's like y'all hinting at something like on some shit like y'all got us, but did y'all go holler at them? Y'all know they got something to do with this shit. Right? Why y'all just trying to put us away? Like, did y'all go holler at Lil Durk?
Hey,
this shit crazy.
Hey, Max, you heard that shit? Max, is you on mute over there? She on mute.
She must be working.
Yeah, she gotta be working. Dog. You heard that shit?
What y'all say?
Hey, listen to
Did
this
y'all go
shit.
holler at OTF? And the whole time, you know, I don't know if y'all know this, but it's like why are y'all asking if we are, and basically question the feds and ask them, are y'all cross-examine the people that's on the stand, and you know what I'm saying, and talk they shit in the courtroom? Muwap lawyer and Lil Durk responded about this shit. Muwap lawyer went in front of the courtroom and basically questioned the feds and asked them, are y'all investigating Lil Durk? Are y'all investigating OTF? In the middle of the duck trial, Muwap lawyer went in front of the courtroom and asked the feds, were they investigating Lil Durk? Were they investigating OTF? So whole time, everybody see how everything played out. The old Block 6, they end up getting found guilty. And now Lil Durk is in jail fighting murder for hires and shit like that. But for Muwap lawyer to ask the feds that is like, why are y'all asking if we are investigating Lil Durk and OTF. It's almost on some shit like, you know, it's like y'all hinting at something like on some shit like y'all got us, but did y'all go holler at them? Y'all know they got something to do with this shit, right? Why y'all just trying to put us away? Like, did y'all go holler at Lil Durk? Did y'all?
They trying to cook my boy, man. They trying to cook my favorite rapper, man. They trying to put my boy under the flowers.
Hey, man, them doing that, man. They don't like that, man. They say, man, lock that nigga ass up.
I told y'all, dog. Y'all didn't want to listen, fool. Dog, they said his name too many times for him.
I guess Cameron got his ass whooped online.
Oh, hey, I think Cameron worked for wrestling. He worked for wrestling now. They say he got knocked out. I was gonna put something together later on. I found out that it was real. He got a contract with wrestling. Cameron to be what do you call it?
A wrestler?
What's the name? Yeah, now a host, like a announcer or whatever, commentary or whatever. Hey. So yeah, dog. So Muwap's lawyer say, man, what y'all waiting on? Like, did y'all question that nigga Durk? I keep telling y'all, dog, they don't like the fact that nigga did not go down with them, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, it's cold because you never know if Vaughn would be with them right now.
Yeah.
If Vaughn was alive right now, Vaughn would probably be saying "fuck Lil Durk."
Finally,
I would think so.
I mean,
because he'll be locked up with them.
Off Durk cousin, shit.
Yeah, yeah. So I just think that Durk, he would be saying, because even if he paying for the lawyers because they know something is fishy, but I don't think it's not fishy with Durk though. They gotta understand that it's not fishy with bro. That nigga ain't telling them people nothing.
Yeah,
that nigga is really transforming his mind to know what he got to do. Is looking like to me.
Yeah,
we never know.
You know, he finna have to do some time. Shit. They ain't finna let him. They finna give him some time. They might not give him a whole lot of time, but he finna get something.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you why they gonna give him a whole lot of time, bro. Like I say, they be having 5 or 6 things on.
Yeah.
They just try to whichever they gonna say the best one for last. Yeah. Look, you got Stephon Mack. Now they trying to tie this nigga to the O-Block case. But then you got somebody in the indictment that's saying that they done seen Durk pay out people for crime.
They gonna have to. That person gonna be willing to bring his funky ass to court. He gonna be willing to testify.
It's probably them little niggas. It's probably the little niggas that unalive the nigga Stephon Mack, the illa of Durk's little brother.
Yeah,
them little niggas probably that shit federal too. And them niggas finna tell now. Why
shit?
Dog?
Some of them niggas ain't do no time, so somebody gonna tell it. Somebody gonna be like, yeah man, shit, I seen Lil Durk that dang pay a motherfucker off. Yeah, man, I seen it.
Now, nigga, remember I read the paperwork. They got them niggas on wiretaps asking for the money. And Durk started them niggas on the bag and everything. So that's a reason for a nigga to be mad at your bitch ass too. You shorted them on the money. But what I'm thinking is Durk didn't tell them niggas to do it. It's just the word on the street. They
would have did that shit themselves.
Them niggas wasn't even from the same city where Durk them is from. That's why it's fucked up. Bro.
So they was some of them motherfuckers was from the suburbs of Chicago.
From the outskirts. Yeah, the outskirts. Yeah, nigga. And you know it's money on your top. They
like where I'm originally from is right outside there. I'm from Aurora, Illinois, which is right outside Chicago.
I know what that's at.
Then you got all them other places like Peoria and all that shit.
And then this what killed them niggas. The niggas that I'm saying might tell on Durk about the Stephon Mack murder. he can't say he don't know them because they got them in color pictures in the video. And also they got them niggas in the background at the Gilly and what's the name interview where Dirk had $1 million on the table. Man, and they knew that Dirk know that when he's in the building, he needs to be surrounded by illness, nigga. Yeah. Like that's just how he is. Telling you, dog. All them niggas got busy before.
See, that was another reason why Dirk was telling motherfuckers not to go to Chicago because that nigga wasn't living there.
Yeah. That's why he couldn't, bro. The first time that's why I keep telling people this was the first time he went back with Gilly. Now. Yeah, that was the first time he had been back in so motherfucking long.
He ain't lived over there. He ain't lived in Chicago at least 20 or 30.
Yeah, that nigga been gone for a lot, and they didn't used to let him do shows.
Yeah,
they didn't used to. So it wasn't no
when he first hit the scene with what's that first song he came out? This Ain't What You Want or some shit like that. He was in the city then.
Yeah.
He was in the city then.
Oh hell yeah!
And then once he got that money, that's when he left.
That nigga said that, man. Did you what did that nigga Muwab lawyer say, man? Did you look down, dog? That's snitching too. If your lawyer snitch, you snitching, you do know that, right? What y'all think about that? Is that considered snitching what his lawyer did?
Hell yeah, that's in there.
Bro,
that's slick giving him like, hey man, y'all need to look in young Dirk. Dirk in there, man. You know
that's cold, man. I'm finna to see what else he got.
And the whole time, you know, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the O Block 6, they got found guilty a long ass time ago, bro.
I told you, though, like 4 years.
They've been awaiting the sentencing for a while. Like, why the hell y'all ain't been sentenced yet if y'all already been found guilty? So the whole time, bro, you know, especially now that Lil Durk done been grabbed for these murder for hires, I feel like the reason why the O Block 6 ain't been sentenced yet, Muwap and all them ain't been sentenced, is because somebody, Muwap, Kenny Mac, whoever, like it's some people that's a part of that O Block 5 that is trying to get up out their situation, and they gonna use Lil Durk to try to do it. They gonna try to tie Lil Durk to the FBG Duck shit. And whole time, the feds, they want that. Like the feds wanna tie Lil Durk to the Duck shit. You see what I'm saying? This whole time, you know, it fit his MO. Like, as far as what they alleging Dirk the one that's gonna drop a bag on your head, $100K, $1 million, whatever. He's dropping bags on people's head. So the Duck situation with with him having $100K on his head and end up getting killed, that fit Lil Durk MO. And for TZ, we're gonna talk about him in a minute, but for him to call D-Thing, and like, like, why is you calling? Like, if Von put the $100K on, if Von put the $100K on Duck, why wouldn't TZ get in contact with somebody that's close to Von to try to get the money? You see what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to call? The reason you would call D-Thing to try to get the money is because D-Thing is close to who? Dirk, his brother. Like, Dirk put this $100K on Duck. Let me get in contact with D-Thing and let him know, like, look, I got the drop. And you know, D-Thing is Dirk's brother. He could easily pass the message to Lil Durk, like, Teezy, he the one who dropped low on FBG Duck. Make sure he get his money. If Von put the $100K on Duck and you trying to get your money, who you gonna call? You gonna call somebody close to Von. You're not gonna call somebody that's close to Lil. So the feds already wanna tie Lil Durk into the Duck shit anyway. So if one of the O Block 6 is snitching and trying to get about their situation by tying Lil Durk into this shit, the feds would hold off on the sentencing. If anybody wondered, like, damn, why is they taking so long to sentence them? The feds would hold off on that shit to try to use one of these O Block members to help get enough whatever to tie Lil Durk to this shit. And whole time for Muwop lawyer to go in front of the courtroom and say, yeah, I know y'all trying to put Muwop and them away, but are y'all investigating Lil Durk? That's a telltale sign that they own that. They own some shit like, yeah, we trying to get, what the hell you bringing my name up for? And Lil Durk said something about that shit. He said, y'all bringing my name up at Muwop trial, y'all fool for that. I don't know when that song gonna come out. It might be on this new album, Deep Thoughts album that's, that he got scheduled to come out. But yeah, that's a telltale sign that y'all.
Yo, stop that bitch right there. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, man. Hey, man, that nigga, I found that nigga
He's so
straight
underrated
outside.
on CST because he's very informative.
Dog, that nigga knows everything, and he not lying, dog. That's why that nigga be hiding when he talk about certain type of topics. He talk about the bloodhound niggas. That nigga be hiding them young niggas. That nigga gotta hide because I think that's his neighborhood or something, fool. Tell me, dog. Hey, but you know, you gotta watch what you say. But I'm gonna show y'all something, man. I'm gonna show y'all this, man. All right. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, D-Mac.
Yeah,
Can you
I
hear
hear
me
you.
still, D-Mac? Look at this shit right here, fool. This shit crazy. Dog. That's this. You see? He got Big Baby.
Ma'am, you need to stop. This is the taser. Grab her arm, left side. I got no. Hold her, hold her. Okay, come for.
Hold her.
Can't hold it.
Look at.
Pull your shirt down in the back.
That nigga working out, man. Hey, that's how that nigga. I see how that nigga straight got skinny, man.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Straight. You better do it, boy. You better work it, boy.
Oh, bro.
D-Mac, I'm finna get out of
Yeah,
here,
man. Shit, I'm about to get into something, man.
Yeah, I'm about to get in the streets too, fool. It's boring.
All right, bro.
Salute, y'all. Salute, man. Appreciate
Salute,
you
y'all.
fucking coming through, rocking with me, man.
Yeah.
Rocking through me, man. I, yeah. So, salute to Al, man. Salute to Max, man. It's always a pleasure, man. When Max come through, man. Always a pleasure when Max come through. But yeah, man, that shit is ill, dog. The Durk E out of there, man. Them niggas, man. He said that you niggas fool for mentioning that name. But you niggas got a good dick ride for real. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here, man.
Get the hell up off my dick. Get the hell up off my dick.